Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto for another video review. This time we have the After 8 straws. Probably a Christmas thing. I don't see these every day, but I saw them in the Christmas aisle and thought I had to give them a review really. I was looking at matchmakers and things like that and sort of thinking to myself are typical that I can't find the mint ones, and then saw these, so probably not too similar, but they reminded me of them, so yeah, here we go. Yeah, so After 8s, if you don't know, basically are typically these sort of square shaped dark chocolate chocolates with a mint fondant filling that are in like these little sheets, these plastic sleeves, I guess you'd say, these black sleeves that you pull them out. Quite fancy. And then After 8, I guess you're meant to eat them after your meal or whatever, and a posh meal. So quite how these fit into that, I'm not sure. You know, maybe you use them to sip your coffee. I don't know, but they are called straws, so it's interesting to see whether you could actually use them to sip a drink. I don't know. I've got a coffee on hand. Maybe I'll give it a try. But it says dark chocolate straws with a white mint flavoured filling. So there we go. Yeah, there we are. So similar to Fry's mints, that kind of one, or mint fondant, those sort of things. Now I've literally no clue how you open these because there doesn't seem to be any way to. I don't know how you'd open them. I mean, you've got that at the bottom. I think that's the bottom. So that at the top, but there's no. Yeah, honestly, no idea. It's quite an interesting design at the bottom, like a spider web affair, but I really don't know how you're meant to open these, so we'll come to that in a minute. But yes, let's have a look. What else is going on? So the whole thing is 110 grams, but it says per 4 sweets, so 4 straws, I guess. So it's 95 calories per 4, 5.5 grams of fats, 3.7 of which are saturates. But per 100 grams, for what it's worth, it's 527 calories, 30.7 grams of fat, 20.5 of which are saturates. That's pretty much the whole thing. But yeah, so there we go. So it looks quite nice. You can see it's got this sort of like London affair at the bottom. It's London landmarks. Quite nice. Big Ben, Tower Bridge, London Eye, House of Parliament. Yeah, probably something else. I'm not sure what it is. Tower, I don't know. Tower of London, maybe. St Paul's Cathedral, perhaps. There we go. Yeah, London Eye. I don't know if I mentioned that. Then there you go. Yes, there we go. So very nice, very nice. Of course, I'm from Manchester, so it doesn't mean much to me. But there we go. I'm in Winterfell, there, King's Landing. So that's the. If you watch Game of Thrones, that's kind of how it is. Okay, so anyway, regional politics aside, let's have a see if there's any other information. I think we already had it, didn't we, really? It's got the Nestle Cocoa Plan. You know, I keep saying Nestle had some bad issues, bad time of it about 10 years ago where they were seen to be being horrible towards farmers and things like this. Cocoa plant people, plant farmers. Can't think of the exact term you'd use, but yes. So I think they're just making all efforts to make them look a bit better now. Well, there we go. So I see it says twist to open. So it says there twist to open. So in reasonably small writing, you know, you could easily miss that. I think a lot of people would be hacking away at it. Well, I would have been anyway. And it's odd as well because it's at the bottom. So it's like it's not at the top. It's at the bottom. It says twist to open. So I'm not overly sure who thought of that. Someone who's not very good at design, I don't think. And it does say at the bottom, dark chocolates with a smooth mint filling. Again, that's a bit odd. It's kind of written in like type. You know when you get like the sell-by dates? You can tell there. It's kind of written in that kind of font. Quite hard to see on the camera as well. You know what I mean? It's very strange. I don't quite know what's going on there. It's as if they've a bit of an afterthought is how to actually get in there. They've spent all this time doing this design, and they forgot to actually how to get into the thing, and then to put a description on it. I don't know. So anyway, let's do a twist. It says twist. Okay, little pop there. Quite a nice little thing. I think what's meant to happen, which I've cocked up, is I think you're meant to. I don't think I can get it back in now. I think what's meant to happen is they're meant to all go inside this container, I guess, and you pop it like that. I think that's what's meant to happen. So there we go. So there was method to the madness after all. So it's quite nice. Yeah. So there's a nice minty smell coming from. It's a typical mint smell you'd expect, and you can see it's like a off-white colour actually. I guess a sort of greeny white, perhaps. Is it green? It's more like a brown. I mean, basically the browns, the chocolate has bled into that white a bit, so it's made it like a weird off-white colour. I'm not sure. It's like a greeny, browny white. It's a very weird colour. I don't think you can quite tell from the from here. Leave that there. Do a bit of placement. Why not? Should we do it around? Yeah, there we go. You can see what it is. Yeah, it's not working very well. Right. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. It doesn't look like the best colour. That, as I say, it's quite hard to tell. Really, it looks quite bright and light and nice on the camera there, but close up, it's very sort of like an off. It's like a browny, yellowy, greeny. I don't know. That's probably more indicative of what it looks like. You can see. Yeah, not the best colour anyway. I mean, normally when you bite into an after eight, it's just a pure sort of white, quite a sort of creamy white, fondanty look to it. But very much not the case with this. So yeah. So each one's about, for some reason, rather than 12.5, it's 12.4 centimetres. And the height is about 0.5 centimetres, yeah. Not perfect circles, they're flat on the bottom. It'd be nice if they were perfect circles, probably a cost thing, but it would be quite nice if they were. So it means they don't roll everywhere, I guess, but you're not going to roll anywhere. Even so, I think straws are generally round, aren't they? So, yeah. Okay, let's just give it a snap. So yeah, so you can see it's a bit probably, it's still that off colour. It's not, it's just the lighting here. It's just, it's definitely like a weird yellowy, browny, yellowy, whitey colour. I don't know. It's very Oh well. Anyway, that's the colour. Let's give it a taste, shall we? Well. Very soft. Very soft. I'm expecting perhaps, I don't know why I was expecting a bit of a crunch, but there isn't one. Well, I guess the chocolate on the outside's quite crunchy. I don't know if they're quite the same as regular after eights. They don't seem to be. They seem to be a bit more sweeter. It's as if what's in the centre isn't quite the same. It seems to be a bit more buttery. Maybe that's why it's not quite the same colour. Quite nice. You can see it's quite a thick layer of chocolate around them, and obviously quite a big centre. There's a lot of sort of mint cream in the middle. What did it describe it as? I forgot to count how many there were, weren't they? I've already eaten one. Let's see, so what did it say? Dark chocolates with a smooth mint filling. So let's just see how many there are. I did forget, I've already, let's say, eaten one, so we'll bear that in mind. 10, 15, yep, 20. So about 20, so 24 I think, because I've eaten one. I think I've eaten one, I'm sure I have, yeah, I must have done. I have 10, 15, 20, 24 there was, so yeah, strange. Yeah, it's 24. And then what was the serving? 4 sweets. Yeah, 95. So 4 of them, 95 calories, 5.5 grams of fat, 3.7 of which are saturates. Okay. Yeah, so yes, like it's very nice. You can see this because there's a reasonably thick chocolate coating on them. I quite like that. It's quite nice. It's not massively. It's not quite the same as a regular after eight at all. In terms of what it tastes a bit more like. It's not really even like a Fry's mint cream. It's a bit more. Mint flavour is quite strong, but there's that sort of subtle creaminess to it that. I'm trying to think what it's like. a bit more like I think really, it's a bit like some kind of sweet, you know, like a fudge almost. You know, it's almost going towards that kind of texture. And not sweet, but it's not sweet like fudge, but it's got that texture, a soft, very buttery texture. Yeah. Not sure whether I would prefer just a regular mint filling, mint fondant filling. I think I probably would, but that would mean it would be very much like all the other mint fondant stuff you'd get. But again, if you're buying After Eights, that's probably what you would expect, and I think you might be disappointed with these because they're not really. They're different, you know. They're not the same, which is fine. But I don't know. I think if you're buying an After Eight branded thing, like everything else, it should always be the same, really. And these are just different. So I don't know why they've done a different thing. Yeah, and there is an After Eight sort of like sweet bar as well. Where you can buy these little. It's like a cheap pack of like 10 sweets or something, and they have the fondant filling as well. They used to be called Mintolas, but they branded them After Eights in the past few years. But even they're like you know, the regular After Eights, I'll say, are those sort of like squares that are in a little sleeve, a black sleeve that you you know, meant to eat after dinner. The mint fondants. But even the Mintolas After Eight sweets, you know, is what they are now. Even they taste like After Eights, and they've got the cream. It's like a cream that comes out of a mint cream fondant centre, and this just isn't what these are. And I don't think I prefer it. I think I prefer the regular After Eight taste. I do have a good of it. It's got a bit. It's not warm as it was, but let's see if I can. It's almost working as a straw. I think it's almost come up through it. Yeah. It's too. I didn't think it would work. It's too thick. It felt like something was almost coming through it. But I think I might have been imagining that. Yeah. It's too thick to sense. It doesn't work as a straw either, because the butter centre is just so thick. And the buttery centre. What does it say? Lemon flavoured filling. Yeah, hard to say what the actual middle is, but it's very buttery. Yeah, a bit like, you know, buttercream or something, but it's very buttery. And yeah, I don't know. It's not, basically, long story short, it's not the same as the regular mint filling from After Eights. It's a bit more buttery and a bit more full fat, I guess you'd say, in more ways than one, in a metaphorical sense and also in the buttery sense. Yes, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think they're not quite the same as After Eights. You might be disappointed. I don't know why they've done that, but it's nice to have something a bit different than the regular thing. I quite like the presentation. That way you can perhaps stick them in here, serve them like this. Then I guess that's why it does have the description on the bottom, because then you can just leave them out like that. People can see what they are from the bottom, and it's kind of got the nice presentation. After Eight presentation. That's quite nice, quite thoughtful actually. I thought they were, you know, not really thinking it through very well, but they have done. So you serve them like that. So it's quite nice really. I quite like that. And none of them were broken, so that's good. You know, they're not really solid to break, but even so, sometimes there needs to be a few find broken ones, and none of them were. Don't know if that's indicative of all of them. So yes, I think they've done a good job there. As I say, from what I originally thought was bad design choice, they've actually done it quite well, and it makes sense. But yeah, just a bit different. Not quite, you know, they're not. As I say, my only issue is, and it's a good and a bad depending on where you're coming from, is that they're just not really After Eights. You know, they're just not. So they've got a mint flavour, you know, and then the dark chocolate, but they're not. There's not a mint fondant in there. And I guess you can understand why, because if they were like this, or because they're open-ended, the mint would, it's like a cream normally in them after eight, so it would kind of flop out a bit. But of course they could have sealed them off the end, like they do in regular after eights. So that would be the problem always, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'm not sure what to make of it, and they don't really work as a straw either. Even though my coffee wasn't as hot as it was when I first made it, there's just no way it could penetrate. It wasn't even close to getting up anywhere up the straw, so they don't work as a straw, which would be quite a nifty thing if they did actually. I think that'd be really good. You can use things like Kit Kats and Kit Kat Chunkies and stuff as straws. Things with wafer in general, but yeah, no chance with these. But yeah, still good, still nice. As I say, the plus point is they're slightly different than the after eights. The negative point is they're slightly different than after eights. So if you're after eights and you particularly want that taste, you're not going to get it with these. But then at least it's something a bit different. But I don't know why they've done it. It seems very strange to me to brand it as after eights. But having said that, they do look quite nice and posh. Probably affecting the price. I'm sure they weren't that cheap. But they do look quite nice, and you could imagine these on the side when you're having a party or something. I think they look pretty good, really. So yeah, so there we go. But yeah, I think probably 3.5 out of 5. I think for me, I would prefer it if they were just regular mint cream on the middle rather than this sort of buttery fondant stuff, or mint fondant cream, whatever it is normally, rather than this buttery fondant they've got. Just doesn't do it for me as much as the regular one. It's nice to have a bit of a change, but for me it's a negative change, I'd say. And also not what you expect when you buy after eights. I mean, if you buy after eights, you literally expect it to be dark chocolate with that creamy mint fondant in the middle, not whatever this is. So I think it's a bit of a mistake there. But there we go, 3.5 out of 5. It's still nice. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe, like my videos. Feel free to get in touch as always, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again everyone, take care. See you later. Bye.